Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Today we'll be looking at the physical attack advanced idea mod that I come up with, and I spent a little bit of time researching about because I want to play with Genghis Khan more, and also I find it very interesting to use the Khans, the Kublai Khan and Genghis Khan together. That has always been in my back of my mind when I was trying to create a mod. And with this mod and Artemisia, I think she can perform and help Genghis Khan do all the damage he need to be doing to be able to defeat the mage marchers, some of the meta marchers we have currently. And of course I use Yi Shen here because I have him at level 8 specialization and it's easy to upgrade, right? But if you have, for example, Björn, if you have somebody else that you might want to use instead, you can definitely do that. But in this video, I'm going to use these four and I'm going to show you guys how they perform. Now let's take a look at the frontline immortal specialization and skill set. Here I have 6 different skills for each type, and specialization for Kublai Khan, I would pick the attack speed specializations because I want to be able to use Wind Rage and possibly Assembly Charge to, get more debuff into the enemies, and also Berserk Aura, that can be a thing. If you don't have Assembly Charge, I would use Adrenaline Rush as well. But if you want to be a little different, you want to play around a little bit, I would suggest if you have that skill, Psionic Tide can be a very good skill, like energy point region skill as well for Kublai Khan. And for Yi Shen, I have Iron Will, no brainer right there. And I would use Guard and also No Escape as like the 2 main skill there. And the last one you can switch around. Sometimes people prefer Energy Suppressions, which is actually really good right now. And if you meet a heavy physical team, you can remove No Escape for weakening curse. That can be like a good substitute as well. And of course, if you don't want to run Guard, you can do Spring of Life. That's gonna be a very good combo there as well. And if you want a little bit extra tanky, which is not necessary in my opinion, go for Energy Shield. Now let's take a look at the backliner. We have Genghis Khan with Gale Force which can crit. Here it really depends on your artifact if you want to crit or not, right? If you want to crit, you would go with Gale Force, and you want to go with Energy Mastery, you want to go with Corrosive Power, and then you want to go with Fighting Master. I think that is a very good combo together. If you don't have, for example, Corrosive Power, if you don't have Energy Mastery, you can definitely go with Blade Vortex. You can go with Executioner and Anger, or if you don't have Executioner, you can go with Blade Vortex, Anger, and Fighting Master. But for this instance, in this mod, I think Fighting Master is a must. So you have to pick 2 other skills. So for me, I'm probably gonna pick Fighting Master, Energy Mastery, and Corrosive Power. And for support Artemisia, I would go with Divine Blessing specializations to increase the, the passive and the passive damage to the carry with percentage depending how high specialization level you have. And then you want to go with, for example, assist, absolute defense. And then the last one can be one of the auras, right? You don't have to go with the auras down below, but you can go with, if you have life protection available, you would want to use that. And if not, you want to go with maybe weakness aura to get the crit. And there's a lot of possibilities, but I'm gonna show you guys my build in the game right now so you guys have an idea of what kind of mods I want to make as well. So now we are in the game, and shout out to Doug Marco. I was testing with him 2 days ago or yesterday, one of the days, right? But here we have one of the reports that I want to show you guys. And keep in mind, my specializations and stuff is not at very high level because this is just at the early stage of the mod. I haven't upgraded that much. You can see here my power is only 630, And the only one that I would say have a high specialization is Isenshin, which is maxed. So here level 0, I haven't really upgraded anything. And here level 2, and also here level 0 as well, so you can see like the little difference. But I just want to show you guys the idea behind it. The report should be looking something like this, right? And Khan is going to be a carry, and I think Khan is doing a lot of damage, but that is because of Artemisia. If you don't know what Artemisia does before now, you can see here she has chance to reduce physical defense by 30%, which is, in my opinion, is a lot. And it looks like it's guaranteed to do it as well, according to the skill descriptions. But the only thing that, it doesn't say with the skill description is like if it's going to apply to everybody or in area with, for example, of 2 or 3 immortals, right? So for me, I would just try them around. I like it very, very much. I like that it also decreases the attack speed by 10% if it got chilled, which they do. And also keep in mind that that's just 30%, and then you have Kublai Khan, which have the chance to also increase damage taken by another 30%. Now you're looking at like 60% debuff, right? You have defense down by 30%, and then you have damage increase taken by 30% as well. So now you're looking at 60% debuff that enemy team gonna face, that I or my Khan can do something about, right? And when he does, you can see here he does 42 million damage, which can probably be a bit higher if you had like energy mastery, if you have corrosive power, but here I choose to go with Blade Vortex and Executioner. And also I could have probably used Assembly Charge instead of Adrenaline Rush as well, or for example Psionic Tide. That would be actually a really good one. Here I also tried out a little bit. I didn't win every single time, but I got a good report pretty much most of the times, right? And you can see here that right here is very good damage from Blade Vortex as well. But keep in mind, Earth Dragon is actually pretty good because you have the collapse skill that, reduce damage received by like 35% the first 17 seconds. So it's quite good. It definitely help out. If you want to use Lightning Dragon, it's definitely going to be a tricky one. It works. And you see here, Lightning Dragon is underperforming a little bit because, it's supposed to help Calm, but I feel like it doesn't help that much at all. So if you can, I would prefer Earth Dragon on him on this mod as well. And then you have some other options as well here. I think I was using Bjorn. Bjorn is absolutely possible to use here, although his specialization is really low, so I didn't really bother to test much, right? We can see here it's performing a little bit worse than what I expected, so I switched back to Yisenshin and instantly it performing way better, right? Although it's a loss here, I'm very happy with the damage because, like I said, it's an early stage, and when its final form of this mod comes out, eventually it will be performing pretty well, right? Here is another option that I tried out. Nope, it was not. I think it was here, right there. Yeah. If you don't have Kublai Khan, you want to go with Alex, that's absolutely possible, and you can see it performing really well as well. And you can see here Alex is doing the most damage, right? If you don't want to play around Genghis Khan, you could definitely go with Alex, which is going to be very good for the team as well because of the Artemisia physical defense debuff, right? That is a very good, and also you get the element elemental buff with Shin, Alex, and Earth Dragons. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. I totally like this, but before we do that, let me show you guys the build first. This is what the latest one that I've been, testing around with these kind of skills. It doesn't have the legendary skills because I just want to try to be like, see what it can do without the extra legendary skills, because I know and if I was to use legendary skills, it's probably going to be a little bit better than you saw on the reports. And here I also upgraded the specialization a little bit, so you see that my power went up like with 20k, right, from the report. And you can see I'm probably try, upgrade the specialization a little bit more with Artemisia, and possibly let's see up the Kublai Khan. If you want to use Kublai Khan, you can definitely use Alex, right? As I showed you guys earlier in this video with the reports. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. If you like this idea, you might want to try it out yourself first and then see if you want to stick with it or not. It's definitely gonna like a fun march to try out for example, against other free-to-play players, other mid spenders. I don't know how this will perform against whale marches, but if you have everything maxed out and you are able to try it out, please let me know, and then we can discuss with skills and stuff like that if you are interested in that as well. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Thanks you guys for watching. See you guys in the next video.